So the when it comes to trauma, there's a neurobiological impact that affects at least three regions of your brain: the amygdala, the prefrontal cortex, and the hippocampus. And so basically what trauma does is it really affects the structure of your brain. So when you have a repeated or intense exposure to trauma, it can overactivate the amygdala, right, which is the fear center. So you're scared all the time because you've gone through hell. You've been traumatized as a child. If you're not sure how traumatized you've been, there's a test called the ACEs test, ACES, adverse childhood experiences. And if your score is like above like a 4 or above, I believe, then that means that you have work to do. My score was like a 6 or a 7. And my wife was like, I had no idea how much trauma you had. And she said, if I had known how much trauma you had, I would have considered whether or not I should marry you. And I don't even blame her for saying that, because I found that I needed to address some of my trauma responses to things and how that was limiting my outcomes, right? So having that time to step back, take a breather, process things in a certain way, let go of certain false beliefs that people are trying to get you, screw you, abandon you, all these other things, that goes a long way. And that ability to trust allows you to build a bigger social economy for yourself. The bigger your economy is, the more prosperity that you have. Fear is the enemy of prosperity. Anytime there's fear in the economy sinks. So when the U.S. economy starts to have fear, when investors are afraid, when workers are afraid, when consumers are afraid to spend money, companies are afraid to hire people, banks are afraid to loan money. When fear kicks in, the economy shrinks. So the black economy does not grow because there's so much undiagnosed, untreated trauma, which breeds fear. And we think about this. Look at how many black people are literally afraid of other black people. You have black people that are afraid of their own relatives. Like, that's why I don't loan money to relatives. Well, why don't you? Because they don't pay you back. What relatives do you have? Because not everybody has relatives like that. When you go to Detroit and you see all the damn gas stations owned by Indian people, and I'm not even mad at them for it. If I can go build a family empire, I'm gonna go do it, right? So all the gas stations are owned by Indian families. They're loaning money to each other all the time. They're loaning hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. So what's the difference? What are you saying, that African American family members are inferior to Indians, or are you saying that perhaps there's a different culture, one that breeds prosperity and one that breeds fear?